Just making sure everything's good. Why am I... The fuck? Hello. Fuck. Calling at 10 p.m. about wanting me to be in at 7 a.m. Like, nah. I've already, like, I'd have to start getting ready to go to bed like now. I'm not at that point at this point. All right. All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the next installment of the VertXIdol Alliance here in TEW 9. It has been just a bit as I've been sitting here. Yeah, I've been trying to kind of get everything dealt with here. It's been a busy last several weeks, honestly, and I've not done nearly as much as I wanted to. And then a lot of the stuff that I ended up doing wasn't even technically on stream. So, but I am here and I've got all this ready to go. And holy crap, I realized it's been like 2 months since I did this. Jesus Christ, I need to not do that. But we have got a couple of tour shows to do, as well as the last set of TV tapings that we'll be doing for the Attack show for Vertigo before we head into Anniversary Blitz 3. So we've got that to take care of, and I think everything's pretty much already set to go for that. Let me take a look here. That next event has already been set up, so we'll have to do that and switch a couple things on that. So yeah, Nagoya, very cheap. All right, so we're good to go on that. I'm gonna try to get myself through this pretty quickly. Give the night off. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Let's see here. Oh, I'm doing my TV tapings first. Oh, shit. I forgot I was doing that first. That's right. I guess we're doing the TV tapings. Okay. I didn't even look to see what I was doing first. I just was like, no, all right. All right, so, yep, at the arena, 4:30 for that. Let's do that. Booking team meeting, don't need to care. Might be able to use them tonight, maybe next time. Request to be allowed to hang out backstage. Sure, that's fine. Rhett Titus and Anthony Bowens are now travel buddies. Interesting. I'm not going to address the locker room. It's just a TV taping, so... All right, we'll get these last 2 one-hour shows out of the way, and then we won't be doing at least, and then we'll basically just be doing live events, live shows after this, after we're done with June. So let me get that taken care of here. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Sorry, I got a bunch of notifications all at the same time. Let me see here. What am I doing here? I am doing Sonic Kamina. I am doing Tankman and Lamar. Put that in there. We're doing 12 minutes total. Tankman. Open. Clean. Done. Yep. All right. Segment name, segment output, 2 minutes. Let's see, post-match. Okay, so character development. And Calvin Tankman, mostly using his menace. We could probably use his charisma as well, honestly. I think we can probably just do the work in the crowd. Trey Lamar is doing character development because he's cutting a promo as well. Here we go. Book the segment. Next. Vignette. Okay. Angle. And 1 minute vignette. Outside video. Pre-taped. Hype. Joe being the segment host. It's about Alex Shelley, who's off screen. Technically on screen, but off screen. So we're not painting an arm and a leg for this vignette. Angle. Paste. 2 minutes. Outside video, pre-taped, character development, and once again, Joe, the segment host, Shinsuke Nakamura off screen. There we go. Match 1v1. Exclude booked. Ty Ray. Matthew Palmer. Dropping in there. 11 minutes. God, we're only doing 3 matches, huh? Yeah, Ty Ray getting the victory. Open match. Clean win. All done there. More angles. Angle. 2 minutes in the ring. Angle live. We'll do serious. And it is Ryan Davidson as the attacker. Ty Ray as the victim. There we go. Am I paying AR Fox for this? I wonder if we can do this as a vignette as well. I guess we're probably doing this in the ring. Character development. Christian Casanova off screen. Yep. I'll miss at the very least being able to just do like 10 quick segments, knock it out, and call it a day. Backstage interview, pre-taped, character development. Tim Don's cutting a promo. We'll have Cyrus Fees. We'll see how he does as the interviewer. Here we go. Main event. 2v2. All Night Express. The Rascals. 22 minutes total. 20-minute match. All right. Let's see here. Rhett Titus over Wentz. Open match. Tainted win. Distraction finish on Xavier by Joe Hennig. And then Zachary Wentz by Heath. And there we go. There we go. I wonder if I should do... CTDR. I'm trying to think, how should I do contender? Because I could always do CO to NT, but... Contender. Maybe that. This looks weird. All right. Last bit. Throw that in here. Throw in the angle. Boom, boom. 2 minutes in the ring. Angle live. Hype. Tankman working the crowd. Trey Lamar working the crowd. Kenny King working the crowd, and Rhett Titus working the crowd, building up some hype. 60 minutes and a shitload of money. We're gonna lose so much money over the course of this this month, man. I'm gonna be glad when I can have like the steady money every week to know how much money I'm going to be spending on people. All right. Save that game. Booking analysis is good. We're all good. 10 segments, 60 minutes. We're out of here. Okay, we are here for Vertigo Attack episode number 71, the penultimate episode of Vertigo Attack, before we start July with our new format. And of course, back at the Broadlands Arena for this, we start off with our opening contest, the tag team champions in non-title action against the Sonic Kamina. Decent wrestling, didn't have much heat though. Tankman and Lamar, of course, in just under 10 minutes gets the win. Tankman pins Yuki Ueno. And not too bad there. 56 is good, but yeah, all in all, pretty good. Solid opener. And Tankman and Lamar, after the match, grabbing a mic. Post-match, they said they're taking on all comers, and they mean it, and they were going to continue to take on all comers. And they will be backstage watching the main event tonight to see who their next challengers will be. We get a vignette for Alex Shelley, a quick vignette showing some highlights of Alex Shelley, and he will be in action on the final episode of Attack next week in a world title tune-up match. So we have Alex Shelley to look forward to. And then we go to yet another vignette, this time with Shinsuke Nakamura. He's in Japan right now, sparring and getting in some of the MMA training that he's been used to, at least for a little bit. And he's warning Matt Cardona just exactly what he's asking for. Is he, Cardona's had some choice words about Nakamura, and Nakamura is getting himself focused for their match against each other. I believe that should already be listed in here. Yes. So he is getting himself ready for this match against Cardona at Anniversary Blitz 3. More non-title action, this time with the Heritage Champion Tyree taking on the Pro Wrestling Monster Hunter Matthew Palmer. Good wrestling and a decent reaction here. The crowd white hot for this match. Only 9 minutes is all it needed for Tyree to get the win with an overtime on Matthew Palmer. And Heritage Champion getting himself a win here in his tune-up, getting ready against Ryan Davidson. Speaking of, Davidson does show up, has a chair in his hand as Tyree celebrates, lays him out with a chair, and beats him a couple more times and leaves him there as staff are trying to break this up. Ryan Davidson grabs the Vertigo Heritage Championship, stands over a fallen Tyree and poses with the belt, drops it on him and heads to the back. So Davidson firing at least one last shot at Tyree before their match at Anniversary Blitz, which also should be here. Yeah, that's here as well. Okay. AR Fox comes out, and it wasn't really scheduled. He wasn't scheduled to be here. He wasn't scheduled to compete, but he is unhappy as he had to deal with sort of a drive-by sneak attack by Christian Casanova the last couple weeks. He is absolutely pissed, and he plans on fighting Christian Casanova. And he states that they do have a match lined up for Anniversary Blitz 3, but AR Fox is not willing to wait. He doesn't plan on waiting for Anniversary Blitz 3 to get his hands on Christian Casanova. But at least we do have confirmation, though. Whoops, not add to booking sheet, pre-book match here, as we do have confirmation that AR Fox will be taking on Christian Casanova at Anniversary Blitz. We get a pre-taped interview. Cyrus Feast sits down with Tim Donst, who is one of the three members of the anniversary three-way dance at Anniversary Blitz. Three founding members of Vertigo in Anthony Mayweather and Effie, as well as Tim Donst. And we do get a sit down with Tim Donst. He talks about how he's been kind of losing some of his confidence. He's been sidelined recently with some attacks and with some different hardcore matches that haven't quite gone his way. And this anniversary match will go a long way to regaining his confidence and getting back to where he wants to be in Vertigo. And we get to tonight's main event, the All Night Express taking on the Rascals, the number one contendership to the Vertigo tag team titles. Up for grabs here. Superb wrestling and a decent reaction. The Rascals looked like they were going to get it. They went for 19 and a half minutes. And Rascals looked like they were going to win. Unfortunately, Heath and Joe Hennig came down, provided a distraction, got them distracted just enough for Rhett Titus to hit the muff driver on Zachary Wentz. And the All Night Express pick up a dirty 3, but it's a 3 nonetheless, as they are going to Anniversary Blitz, and the third and final title match is up here, as we will get Tankman and Lamar, the tag team champions, defending against the All Night Express at Anniversary Blitz. Here we go. And tag team titles. So we got 6 matches for sure lined up already. Looking good, looking good. And with that, we end the show. As, of course, Tankman and Lamar said they were going to be watching the main event. They were here earlier tonight in the opener, and they come out with the tag team titles. They face off against ANX as they stare each other down. Tankman and Lamar hold up the belts and start heading to the back as the show ends. All Night Express looking confident, looking ready to take the belts off of Tankman and Lamar potentially. 59. I'll definitely take that. I'm gonna have to start working on my. I'm gonna have to start working on some of my production stuff. I think it's ridiculous, but man, I'm already losing money on the people. So, booking team meeting. I'm not doing anything with that. The locker room incidents. JJ Garrett being influenced by Matt Cardona, having begun acting in a similar way. Interesting. All right, instance phase. No, we're not doing the other taping. Not doing any stuff with that. All right, we're going to open it up. Neon Ninjas versus The Acclaimed. And 10 minutes. Let's get Wheeler Yuta. Open match, why not? Clean win, but nonetheless, Neon Ninjas getting the win. All right, couple quick segments here. Paste. Let's see, done. Backstage Manders. Okay, so 2 minutes on this. We are backstage angle live and serious, I guess. Manders fighting, JT Dunn fighting. Make sure that's what I wanted there. All right. And add an angle, paste. What is that? A minute outside, video, pre-taped, character development. Since it's a vignette, we have a segment host, followed by Cardona off screen. Here we go. I want to make sure I had that right. All right. Match. Let's see here. Eddie Everett. 9 minutes. Yeah, Eddie's gonna get the win. Open, clean. There we go. Couple more segments here. Paste. Let's see. That's 2 minutes. Pre-tape from last week. Irate Rascals. Okay, so we're doing outside broadcast video, pre-taped, character development. And we're technically going to have Drew Parker cutting a promo. Okay. But yeah, this is based on last week, so technically we're doing off screen because it's the only way we could do this to have them involved without actually having to pay them. All right. Let's see. Another 2 minutes. Backstage angle live. Serious fighting. Done fighting. Nick Dinsmore cutting a promo. There we go. Match. Add the match. We got 1v1. We've got Jesse Godders. We've got Odinson. And 11 minutes. We're going Godders with the victory. Open match. Tainted win. We're doing outside interference on Odinson by Preston Vance. And then at ringside will also be Preston Vance and Caesar Bononi. And we might as well add Pero out there. I don't think he cost me too much to just have him out there. And we've got that. Couple more. Let me see here. Yep. Couple more angles to throw in here. Paste. We got 4 minutes. Fox catcher by Fox. Okay, so we've got in the ring angle live serious. So we've got AR Fox as attacker. Christian Casanova as victim. And we're pretty much good there. And we've got another vignette, just a minute long there. Minute. Outside, video, pre-taped, character development. Samoa Joe is going to segment host for the vignette. Anthony Mayweather, you know what? I can make him subject to video because I don't know how much money it ends up costing me when I do that, but yeah. Will it tell me what subject to video? Subject of video. Popularity adjusted by momentum. But do I have to pay him is the other thing. That's one of the main issues. It's having to pay that extra money. Mayweather will be fine because he's like less than $100, so. Main event. Alex Shelley. Taylor Wyndham. Through that, 16 minutes total. We got Shelley, the victor. Open match, clean win. Book that segment. All right, last segment, and then we can run it down officially. Boom, boom. Bailey out with world title. Oh my God, I'm spending so much money. Why did I do that? Why did I decide to do that? All right. Working the crowd. Alex Shelley working the crowd. Should be 60 minutes. Perfect. 11 segments. Everything's clean. Save the game. And we are at our final TV show. Excuse me. Let me drink my water real quick. All right. Here we go. Start show. Okay, we are here for Vertigo Attack episode number 72. It is the final TV taping of Vertigo Attack. And we are here. 477 people. Nearly half full arena for the last TV show. We start off with immediately with an opening match. Neon Ninjas versus the Acclaimed. Decent wrestling, didn't have much heat. The Neon Ninjas do get the win in 8.5 minutes. The Acclaimed did show excellent chemistry teaming with each other. Fees and Joe, pretty good chemistry calling matches together. There you go. But yeah, Wheeler Yuta gets the win over Caster with a Yuta lock, and Neon Ninjas get the win. We go backstage where JT Dunn is interviewed talking about Manders. He gets just a couple sentences in before Manders blindsides him with an attack, and JT Dunn recovers to start fighting him. And now we get ourselves a fight between Manders and Dunn, and they start throwing each other around the backstage area, even out into the almost outside the building as well, as they are just fighting each other, just brawling all over where they can. And that's basically where we leave it. We got a vignette. We had a vignette last week with Nakamura. We got a vignette this week with Matt Cardona. He insults Shinsuke Nakamura and calls him washed and says he will find out why Matt Cardona is called the Indie God. So Cardona does give Nakamura props, but says that his time has passed, and Matt Cardona, as the Indie God, will prove that at Anniversary Blitz. I believe that's already on here, right? Yes, we're already there with that. Cool. Get another match here. Eddie Edwards taking on one half of Flip Forever, Andrew Everett. Just over 6.5 minutes is all it takes for a Boston Knee Party and Eddie Edwards to get a solid victory. And then immediately leads us to another vignette, a pre-tape actually from last week. We go to footage from last week after the show, where we get Drew Parker and the Rascals after getting sort of blindsided by the Fed and cost their number one contendership to the Vertigo tag titles. We get them talking about them. They're sick of the Fed and they want to match with them at Anniversary Blitz 3, and that will be thrown onto the card as well. So we will be pre-booking a 6-man tag match, and of course it will be Drew Parker and the Rascals taking on Heath and Hennig, as well as Taylor Wyndham, all 3 members of the Fed. Put that in there, and there you go. We go back to live backstage, where One Called Manders and JT Dunn, after good probably 20 minutes or so, once again, these guys have been fighting for probably about 12 minutes at this point, and they're slowing down definitely, but they're still throwing haymakers at each other. And finally Nick Dinsmore finds him and starts yelling at him. He said it's enough. He's done dealing with them. He's got staff out to separate them. He says, if you guys want to fight, you're going to fight in the ring and you're going to finish this. And we're going to have a knockout, drag-out street fight between One Called Manders and JT Dunn at Anniversary Blitz. So we're filling out the rest of the card here. So there we go. I think it's just a hardcore match. Yeah, there's not really a street fight. But once again, One Called Manders, JT Dunn. In a street fight. There we go. So hopefully this saga between Manders and Dunn will be over at Anniversary Blitz 3. Jesse Godders of the Neo Body guys taking on Odinson of the End, one half of 2 tag teams. Of course, each man having their group or tag partner out here as well. Decent Wrestling didn't have much heat, though. Caesar ends up sort of distracting Pero as Odinson looked to finish off Jesse Goddard's. Preston Vance gets involved, hits Odinson, blindsides him, and allows Jesse Goddard to hit him with a stunner. And in just under 9 minutes, a surprise victory of the Neo Body guys getting a win over the End in some sort of fashion here, with the leader, Jesse Goddard, getting a win over Odinson. So it was definitely dirty, but nonetheless, it was a 3. And Jesse Goddard is going to walk away with a win over Odinson here. Christian Casanova is come out to address what AR Fox said to him, as they will have a match at Anniversary Blitz 3. And he doesn't get more than a couple sentences in before AR Fox comes in, lays him out, hits him with the Fox catcher, and stands over him defiantly, starts pointing his finger and insulting him before leaving the ring, and firing kind of his shot at Christian Casanova, as he said he wasn't going to wait until Anniversary Blitz 3 to get his hands on Casanova, and he's gotten it here tonight. But these guys will still fight here in a couple weeks. We get an Anthony Mayweather vignette where he is training for his match at Anniversary Blitz 3. Of course, as the former champion, he plans on getting his title back as this Anniversary Blitz. I believe I put it in here. Let's see. Yeah, Anniversary 3-way dance. There is a shot at the world title here between these three, so we will have a potential world championship match up for grabs between those three guys. So Mayweather's looking to get his title back and looking to get his rematch against Speedball down the line. This is, of course, assuming that he gets past Alex Shelley. Speaking of Alex Shelley, in tonight's main event, taking on Taylor Wyndham. Good wrestling and great wrestling, and good heat. Just under 14 minutes. It was pretty much a straight up match. The rest of the Fed weren't out here. It was Taylor Wyndham doing his best against Shelley, and it just wasn't quite enough, as Shelley ends up locking in the Border City stretch on Wyndham and forcing him to tap out. And that is the end of the main event of this show. And we end the show off with Speedball Mike Bailey himself coming out with the world title over his shoulder, comes into the ring, and they have kind of a stare down between each other. Mike Bailey extends his hand, shakes the hand of Alex Shelley, as they're planning on having a strong title match between each other. And we end the show with a stare down between champion and challenger for the world title at Anniversary Blitz 3. 57. All right. I'll take that. We lost so much money. So much money. Good Lord Almighty. I cannot wait to be done with TV tapings and all that jazz, and hopefully bring in some people who will buy some merch. Holy crap. Oh, I just got to get through this. I just got to not go bankrupt. And I think there's a little bit of a leeway. When you go in the red. So I don't know. I think I might be far enough in. I'm not sure yet. Give the night off. I mean, glad you cut another one. Well, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Give the night off. I'm just going to skip that. Show location. This is Shinkiba. Wait, this is Nagoya. I'm sorry. Shinkiba's the next event. Sorry. I'm trying to move everything over here. Club Diamond Hall. Let's see if I can remember where it's at. It's not Kansai. Kyushu? Oh, I hate this. Oh, I don't remember. Is it Chubu? Okay, Club Diamond Hall. Good Lord, I couldn't remember where Nagoya was. We're not broadcasting it. No booking team meeting. Locker room incidents. Kanan has turned up. Glad to hang out backstage. Sure, why not? Brought pizza for the entire locker room, which made everybody happy. Professional personality is currently happy. Rina and Mei Saruga have been getting on particularly well. Mio Shirai is taking Kanan under her wing as a protege. Oh. Well, she just existed here for one night already. She's only been here for like an hour, and Mio Shirai is already like, you're my protege now. What? Holy Jesus. Are they gonna like, is she gonna be like, hey, why don't you book her? Why don't you book her? I can do something with her. I'm gonna be forced into signing somebody now. Let's see here. 3 minutes in ring, live, serious, tease. Why do so many TV tapings together? That way that only makes you lose more money. Yeah, I mean, I do 2 weeks at a time, and I'm done with the TV tapings. I fulfilled my TV broadcast obligations officially now. I'm going to weekly shows. I'm just going to weekly live shows, and they're going to be events rather than like TV tapings. So it should be a hell of a lot better because I'm going to be making event money, because TV taping money is like $5 a ticket, and even at, I think, like relatively cheap prices, I'll be making like $11 a ticket, and it's going to be a hell of a lot better, and I'm going to get a hell of a lot more people in. Joshi promotion, yeah, we have a American promotion and a Joshi promotion. Character development, 3 minutes. Do that. All right. Let's see. We got our opening match. Hey Rob, what's going on? Just doing a spot show. Doing one of my spot shows here. Just trying to, because we're not going to get a whole lot of people here into these shows. See on my bingo card. Didn't know what to expect. Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things where that was actually one of the big reasons why when I did TEW 20, why I didn't continue Hawkeye Pros, because I basically wanted to start over and see how the small, because they fixed a lot of the small promotion stuff for TEW 20. And so now this is kind of what I'm working on is kind of doing two. I decided, hey, I could probably work two different promotions as two players and see how well it works. And it's been doing pretty well. I do enjoy it. Not to mention with how much money I'm losing at my American promotion, I can funnel money from this promotion that's at least making some money and funnel it over. Playing PWS and EHL, I've already made TNA and 07 more money than they've ever made. That's one of the one downsides that I think there is to PWS is I don't think they've quite balanced out the kind of the deals with that quite yet. I think that's one of the things they haven't quite balanced is the smaller promotions and not just you love it. Okay. Here I'm like sweating. I'm like, oh God, are we going to go bankrupt this weekend? Is this going to be it? Is this the one? A few wrestlers I'd love to see, but won't ask you to sign them. I mean, there's probably a chance that there's going to be guys that you mentioned that are probably on my short list. And then there's probably guys who would be on my short list if they weren't already signed by a promotion. Like I'd love to get Kenny Omega, but why is my account verification code showing up? Are people trying to... I just had to redo, I think, like, I don't use my Reddit account much except to just lurk. I had to reset that, and now it looks like I need to do stuff with my Microsoft account. HBO deal for them the first time I get a pay-per-view check. I flipped out. I wish I could get paid to broadcast. What's that like? Let me see here. 2v2. Let's see. We got Himawari and Lady C. That'll be so nice when I can get an actual TV deal that isn't just me throwing shit up on YouTube for free. That'll be nice. 11 minutes. Let's go Himawari. Loser will be Chie. Open match, clean win, flash pinfall. There we go. Next match. Immediately sign Chris Jericho. Oh boy. Name like 3 guys. All right, yeah, not a problem. Let's see. Ayano, Yappy, Chris Ridgway, Bojack, Kenny Williams. Someone watches DPW. I think Chris Ridgway was someone that I looked at. I think he was signed. I can't remember if Bojack's even in this, because I think Bojack was not much of a name, because this is technically using a 2020 database. So I don't know if any of the other people I've thrown in since then included him. I'd have to look. Let's see. Ayano. Open match. Is it open? Nah. Clean win. There we go. Not Kenny Williams, since he was in NXT UK. I'm wondering about that, because NXT UK, I think technically did I get rid of NXT UK on this? I can't remember, because NXT UK still existed when I started this save. I think I might have put it in a position where it's just not going to make money, so it hopefully closes down on its own. But yeah, I think it still exists. Let's see. In the ring, angle live, character development. Ayano, character development. And happy. Sure, why not? This is a spot show. Who cares? You can work on not being all that entertaining. All right. Match 2v2. Mirai and Marika versus Asahi and now Ishikawa. And 12 minutes total. And I would say Mirai and we'll have now take the pin, since Asahi's won half the tag champs. Clean win, though. Excited to see how chaotic this goes on the deep end. Next pay-per-view, Batista, Jeff Hardy for the NWA World Title, AJ Joe, Daniels, X Division, Doug Williams, Bryan Danielson versus LAX versus AMW versus Nigel McGuinness, I assume, and William Regal. Gail Kim versus Meiko Satomura for the Knockouts title. Interesting. I wonder if Meiko would get along better in TNA at this time if she didn't have Sendai Girls than, say, Ayako Hamada. Match. Arisu. Already there. Now Kakuta. That's 12 minutes as well. Arisu. Open match. Clean. Flash pinfall, though. Book that. There. Angle. 2 in the ring, angle live, generic. Now Ishikawa. No, not now. Now Kakuta. Character development. There we go. Meiko managed by Maurice. For some reason, their wrestling entertainment skills are nearly inverted. King of stupidity, since when I appear, chaos breaks out. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I've had some stuff. I've had some wacky shit happen in this save in my pre-booking, because obviously right here I've already pre-booked everything, because otherwise this thing would be like 6 hours long. But I've in my pre-book run, I've had some wacky shit happen that didn't end up happening in the actual version. So it's definitely something. Momoka, Yuri. So maybe wacky shit will happen. In fact, I don't think wacky shit happened. This time around. So maybe it'll be the opposite now. Momoka the victor. Open match. Tainted win. There go. Pasty 3 ring angle live. Generic. Momoka sends the crowd home. Character development. Boom. Boom. There you go. 87. 85. Where did I screw up? 3, 14, 11, 10. 10. That's what it is. All right. 85. I don't think the 2 minutes of timing was going to change anything, but I also signed Rebecca Knox. Oh, nice. Gave the stats of some of these clear, gave them the entertainment skill of their modern counterparts, specifically rookie Cody Rhodes. Yeah, that's one of the things that's one of the things you kind of deal with like when I play NBA 2K14 is you get some of these older draft classes with the power of hindsight. So like number 1 overall pick Kwame Brown is actually basically undrafted because he's just awful to start, and it's just like I guess you can't really. I guess there's probably not a great way to get that to properly show that in the game, but yeah, it's just kind of goofy. Where it's like, well, in real life he was the number 1, he was the most hyped person, so and also that gives you the unfortunate thing of not being able to actually develop them in a certain way. It's like, oh, they're already developed. All right, let's go. What? All right, so we're good. All right, let's get this show. This is going to have 100 people show up, so 119. All right, here we are. Sunshine Stage Tour in Nagoya. We're back in Nagoya this month for 119 people. I think that's up from like 104 or something. So we're moving up. We're moving up ever so slightly. We're moving up. So like I said, the first number when we came here was not what I was super concerned about. It's if we're continuing to rise up, and we are continuing to do that. So as long as we're putting on shows that keep more and more people coming in, that I'm good with that. So Sayuri Damba is here. She greets the crowd, runs down the card for the night, including the main event of Momoka Hanazono versus Yuri. Intros the opening match was as a 3-way dance. It is between Rina, Hina, and Ruaka. A poor match between the 3 of them. Bout dragged in the middle for a 10-minute match. 3-way dance between them. Ruaka went first, and it was Rina and Hina. And Rina ends up getting the win over her sister and walking away with the 3-way dance victory in our opener. We go to our next match, Himawari teaming with Lady C, and they're taking on Miyakoko Army. Terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Yeah, that sounds about right. There's not... When Chie Koishikawa right now is your ring general for this. Listen, I don't know if you know much about Joshi wrestling, but I like Chie. And Himawari now is probably a better wrestler than maybe all 3 of them. But at this point, Chie Koishikawa is the ring general of this match. You know it's a not good match. Either way, it goes just under 9.5 minutes. This is why this is a spot show, by the way. I'm just putting on cheap people. I'm just here to put on matches that will hopefully... The main events are really the further on matches are what carries it. This is just to get them ring time and fill out the card with cheap people for like $20-$30 a pop. 9:23, Himawari rolls up Chie Koishikawa, gets a surprise victory over the Miyakoko Army. For as much momentum as they had coming out of Shining Stage to get kind of a surprising loss here in Nagoya. Definitely something. This is me booking Explosion. Exactly. This is what this is, basically. This is the house show of house shows. This is just meant to get some people in the building and grow the popularity a little bit. Once again, some terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. They are very hot, though. Oh man, Yappy might have to go. She's like in her mid-30s. She's not going to get any better. I like her, but I think she's got to go. I think I'm going to have to bring in some other people. There are other people. There are technically rookies in here much younger, and I think will work better if I utilize them. So, yeah, I might start doing some swapping out, some getting rid of some people and then putting in some new people. That'll probably be just as cheap and might work a little bit better. Either way, Yoshiko Hasegawa taps out to Ayano Irie in just under 8.5 minutes. I already know some names too that I'm looking at, so not too bad, honestly. I've already got some people in mind, so yeah, Ayano post-match insults Yappy, and then of course after the little setback they had at Shining Stage, she plans on Revelation becoming dominant once again. And we go to our next match, the Strong Kickers, but this time instead of Mirai and Kamiyu, it's Mirai and Marika, and they're taking on one half of two different tag teams. One half the tag team champions, the Twin Spirit champion in Asahi, and of course one half of AI Princess in Now Ishikawa. And is once again a poor match as Mirai Mayumi and then Asahi are people. Come on now. Off her game. Either way, 9.5 minutes. Mirai Mayumi Dr. Bombs. Now Ishikawa gets the win for herself and Marika. We're going to start picking it up here. Last two matches are going to pick it up. Arisu Endo and now Kakuta. 44, okay. Decent wrestling, didn't have much heat. But either way, just under 10 minutes, Arisu ends up getting a surprise roll-up against now Kakuta. And gets the win. So there you go. Bit of a deal there. Surprise win against who I believe, I don't know if they're one of the top tag teams in one half of the top tag teams in Idol Fight Project here. So now is upset at the ref. She complains to the crowd about losing before she leaves to the back though. And we get to our main event. Momoko Hanazono taking on Yuri. A poor match. God damn. Dislocated jaw. Oh no. That could change some things depending on how serious that is. I think it might only be a couple weeks, so we'll see. Here's where the chaos breaks out. 14.5 minutes. Yuri gets a dislocated jaw, and that really affects this match here. Blatantly cheats from Momoko here and submits Yuri and gets the win in the main event. Yep, dislocated jaw. And Momoko mocks Yuri after the win and thanks any fans that she has here. Of course, Nagoya is not quite where she's usually at in Osaka, but she still has a few fans and tells the rest to go home. And that is the end of the show. 35. That's still enough because our popularity is like a 6. So, all right, 6 days, dislocated jaw, 6 days. We're good. We're good. In fact, I think she's not on the next show, so she'll be good by her next match. Looks like her next match is in 8 days, so we're okay on that. Haven't watched Modern Joshi, got into stardom about a decade ago. Karashida, Io Sky, Shirai are the best competitors in women's wrestling, at least in major promotion. Oh yeah, definitely. So, although some of the modern stardom people are definitely up there for some of the top talent. Financial report, we lost $1,900. It is what it is. We're just here to gain a little bit of popularity. 16. Okay, so that's all right. All that. I am pretty excited about the next event though, because I'm working on theme events, monthly theme events, and I want at least 5, and I have 3 right now. And we're going to be doing one of them here. So there you go. We are officially ending our run. Completes run. The end of Vertigo Attack gone off the air. Well, not officially off the air because we haven't aired our last shows yet, but That's it. Nyla Rose versus Trolls. Yeah, that sounds about right. Change become. Let's see. There are 19 fans. Cage to retire. Let's see. Anything. ICW Viper. Is she still in NXT UK? No, she's not even in NXT UK. Was she? Yeah, she was. Unknown start date to present, but she's not listed as in NXT UK though. See, WXW, ICW Stardom, ICW again. What? I don't know. She's currently employed ICW and WXW, so. Only seen something crazy as someone getting suplexed down concrete stadium steps was in Stardom. Yuri hurt. That's fine. Like I said, 6 days. She'll be fine. We just move on. That is good. Vertigo. Yep. Deal is done. Show is done. I'm going to need to figure out what the name of our weekly show is going to be. I want to do something new. I want to have a new name for it. I'm going to have to figure that out. I could revive the Black Label thing, but probably not. I'll probably do something else. 13,000 people watched it though on YouTube. It's something. I think that's better than what NWA is getting these days. Let's see. Everything's good there. No wonder they say they neutered once they go to WWE. Stardom roster is Darby level crazy. I don't know if the whole Stardom roster is Darby level crazy. Couple of them do feel suicidal sometimes. It was mostly Mayu. And now she's in Marigold, so. Let's see. Sami Callihan, Dan Joseph. Oh, I forgot. Sami Callihan was signed to AEW. People are not happy that Jerry Lynn is the senior road agent in AEW. Mike Chioda had an argument with Silas Young. Ayako Hamada. Atomic Star. So Hamada even wrestles still? Because I know she was in Mexico for a while. I don't know if she's still there. Kylie Ray argument with Jimmy Jacobs. New tag team Rhino and Josh Alexander. Oh boy. The Dogs of War. I feel like you could have a different... War Machines would probably be. The Machines of War would probably be closer what that would actually be. Fuck, what's Josh Alexander's nickname? Why am I blanking so hard on Josh Alexander's nickname? I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. It's gonna bother me until I look it up. Julia did some. I don't know if she did Walking Weapon. There we go. Weapons of War. Can I change? I feel like going into the editor and changing it to the Weapons of War. I don't know why I couldn't remember Josh Alexander's. I at least paid attention to his TNA. Yeah, WMD. That was another thing I just thought. I don't like this. Broken shoulder. He'll be looking at a few weeks out of action while he recovers. Okay, but how long officially? I need that. Few weeks. I need an exact timeline. Where's my let me do this. Developmental. Do I have medical? Medical. Yep. Oh man. No. He's out. He's out of God damn it. Tag team title match. Boom. Blown up. Completely blown up now. Ooh. Shit. I'm gonna have to get that figured out. Ooh. Kamiya and Mizuki have bonded recently. All right. Mirai and Hinano. Okay, well. Bill Alfonso leaves the business. Sounds about right. Well, okay. We got a Rhett Titus injury that just completely blew up my tag title match. Low-key gets mad butthurt when I tell him to lose. My favorite story, I think, was Kevin Owens talking about that. I think it was Kevin Owens who was talking about Low-key. And he was talking about how Low-key was mad to lose to Claudio. And Kevin's like, Claudio's like a 6'4" horse. What do you mean? Why are you mad about losing to him? The man is a human horse. It's not like it's not believable. June 21st. We go to 2023, June 21st. Active. IdolPro. Live stage. Enduring Spirit. I will have, by the time these shows come around again, I swear to God, I'll have an actual logo for them. But for right now, that's what we're doing. All right, 3 days out. Nothing's changed there. But we need to do this. Breaking news. Those TV tapings, those first set of TV tapings, so literally like a day after we aired the show, where he's going to be. Oh, goodness. All right. So literally a day after we aired the show where they're going to be challenging for the tag belts, Rhett Titus is injured. So where's my pre-booking? Always forget where that's at. So this, let me see here, tag titles. This is out for now. This for now is out. We'll try to figure, should I put in another tag team? You know what? I have a thing that I was going to do. So I'll do it. I have a thing that I was going to do, on the show with some tag team stuff, and we'll just book that for, the actual pay-per-view. So yeah, I already was planning on what I called the Gauntlet for the Gold, 6 different tag teams. So I guess what we'll just do for that, since we were already going to do a Gauntlet with the Gold, with the winners eventually getting a shot at the tag titles, we'll just make that tag title match later on in the night. Did get both Briscoes though? Okay. Yeah, I'm still in the realm of like Ring of Honor being its own thing and locking people down to deals. Forgot Jim Cornette's back as the booker. Jim Cornette is back as the booker of Ring of Honor. But I mean, Dragon Lee is his big star. Kurt Angle's retired, so he's probably Tracy Williams, Bully Ray, Jay Lethal. Oh Lord, very prestigious. Has solid momentum though. All right. Well, that sucks. But we'll move on. Hour 10 already? God, we still have, well, we only got 2 shows left. That's fine. We got 2 short shows left, so ROH grew enough to get promotional reports. They make me feel real good when we beat them in nearly every category. Nice. At least, you know what? That'll save me some money, because I think both Titus and King cost me some. They cost some money. Kenny King is 1,000. Rat Titus is 1,200. So hey, they saved me $2,200 with this to unbook them. They saved me $2,200. That should help. That should be helpful. Counteracts the WWE vs. TNA promotional reports. Let me see here. So yeah, we just got the show in 6 days. Is that right? Is it 6 days? June 25th. Okay, I was just making sure. I was like, is that okay? Yeah, that sounds about right. I was just looking at the calendar that I had set here. Kevin Knight is Marilyn. She said it's fine, whatever. I'm not. Anything happen here? By the way, Sendai Girls Rock and Rumble. Heat wave. Oh, an actual heat wave. Nothing really that I really care about. Looking for anything big or anything that specifically affects me. Wrestle Rock Rumble now. Marvelous. Narimasu Act Hall. Mia Shirai gains power. One of the locker room leaders of Ice Ribbon. That actually happened. Now no more. Kalisto is the 24/7 champion. Okay. Bonded. Okay. All right. Nothing going on there. Trying to get to the 21st. Ugh. I guess to be fair, what I'll probably do with some of these theme nights is I'll put them as their own thing. That's probably what I'll do at some point. Let's see. Tasha Steelz, Katie Forbes, Bonding, Ty Hunman. Okay. Let me make sure everything's good. We got a show tonight. Nothing happening. How about this? Nothing happening there. Have you ever thought about bringing back NCAA baseball? In a way. I thought about bringing it back in a way. Probably not just straight up doing like the college baseball thing, but with a combination of, what do they call it? Oh, I don't have Discord up, but I think MVP Reborn has been worked on. There's only so much you can do, unfortunately, just because of kind of the way the architecture of PS2 worked on certain things. Plus EA Sports Games was also weird with that too. So there's a few things, but not a ton of things. But I did realize, there's a lot. Weirdly enough, the EA and 2K basketball, or not basketball, but just college games in general, were oddly very, what's the word? Very sandboxy, where the PS2 versions of college hoops of college hoops 2K, you can kind of change, even up to PS3 version of 2K7, you can change the names of the schools and everything. Can't really change the logos, unfortunately, but PS2, that's not really a problem. You can just mod that. But yeah, that was one of the things I thought about, is because you can change like the names and logos and everything of like NCAA baseball, and you could sort of run, if you wanted to mostly just do like exhibition games, you can mostly just do kind of your own little custom league. Just take one of the conferences. You can kind of build out teams with certain names, and obviously with texture mods the way that they are, you can, make your own uniforms and everything like that. So that was one of the things I've thought of. I've considered it because I've already worked on other custom league stuff with basketball and football. That was another thing. The only downside is baseball is kind of like fourth in my enjoyment of sports, really. Finalize. We're not going to broadcast it. Let me just do this real quick. Silly game. Training drills. Good. No speech. All right. So yeah, that's one of the things is I haven't done anything yet for hockey, and hockey's pretty much like my favorite sport that I actually go and watch and spend money on. And I still haven't really made anything specifically for hockey. And I'd like to. And I've made like 2 different things for basketball, and I've made a thing for football, and I've looked into more things for football. But yeah, I mean, it's there to do some sort of custom league sandbox thing. So it's something that I thought about. If I brought it back, it probably wouldn't be as like a traditional legacy mode like you would do for college hoops or something like that. Add a match. Let me see here. All right, so Enduring Spirit. Pretty much the whole damn show is going to be one big gauntlet. We will have an opener match, though. Opener non-gauntlet match. God, Miyakoko Armory's got to get jobbed out again. I probably just didn't quite realize just how much I've been jobbing them out. Do I job them out on the next show, too? Boy, I really just shit on them right after their big win, huh? All right. Now Ishikawa's going to get her win back. Osaka's going to take the loss this time. Open match. Clean win. There you go. Put the angles in. I also got a copy. I have a copy now of PES 2017, and for it's weird because I'm not a big soccer fan, but the game is fun. The game is very, very fun. And I thought about, because they have obviously a lot of space for creating your own teams and everything. You can basically create your own custom league there. And of course they have a league mode. So you make like 20 teams and you do basically your own little version sort of like a 20 team Premier League type thing. So that was something I considered. And I think I talked about it before when I was playing PES 21, but now I'm on PES 2017. And I think I like that more. I think I like the older engine for PES that I think ended on 2017 just a little bit more than I like 2021. So that might be something that I potentially do there. All right, we got the gauntlet open. All right. So, Enduring Spirit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. I'm going to be excited about the Enduring Spirit Cup. So, we start off Mei Saruga, Ram Kaicho, 12 minutes total. May Saruga. Open match, clean win. Boom. Next. May Saruga. Rina Yamashita. Yes, Cup Leg 2. And that's just 10 minutes. Rina Yamashita. Open, clean. There we go. And then Rina Yamashita and Michiko. And 15 minutes or a 13-minute match. Michiko. Open match. Tainted. Outside interference on Rina by Haruna Neko. There we go. Match. Michiko. Himeka. And 15 there. Himeka getting the win. Open match. We'll go Tainted because we'll do botched interference, this time on Michiko, once again by Neko. There we go. And then Himeka, Momo. Here we go. Whoops. Enduring Spirit Cup. Final leg. And that is 17 total. And we've got Himeka getting the win. Open match, clean win. Booking. All right. Here we go. Add an angle. And that is 4 minutes in the ring live. Generic, I guess. And Kyoko Kimura as kind of our leader, sort of, will be let's see, cameo appearance maybe, and then Himeka working the crowd, and I think we're good at that point. All right. Looking at 87. Perfect. All right. So we've done exactly what we need. 8 segments. Everything's good. No announcers. That's fine. We're all gravy. Save the game just to make sure. And I think we're good. I didn't change the ticket prices, did I? I can't remember if I did or not. Shit. Will it tell me? I can't change it now, obviously. They're all in the building. Ticket pricing is set as normal. Okay, good. That's what I'm planning. We're selling the place out. I want to make my money. I already knew I'm going to sell the place out, so it's only 290 people, so. Okay, we are here for the next of our theme shows here at Shinkiba. in the Shinkiba series. This time it is live stage Enduring Spirit. It is a special show that will be featuring a show-long gauntlet, or a most of the show-long gauntlet. We do have an opening match, though. First, we have AI Princess taking on Miyakoko Army. Decent reaction from the crowd. Subpar wrestling. Looks like now Ishikawa did a little bit better this time, and Asako Miya couldn't quite keep up. A little under 8 minutes now. Ishikawa submits Asako Miya, and AI Princess getting a strong win here in the opener. But with that opening contest done, Sayuri Namba here opens up the gauntlet, running down the rules of the Enduring Spirit Cup. Now, the way we have this, I wish I probably had some sort of visual to showcase, but the Enduring Spirit Cup, basically, we're doing this show. It is 6 participants, so I would assume ahead of time we would list the participants. So the participants of this, former Royal Spirit Champion Momo Watanabe, along with Himeka, Rina Yamashita, Michiko, Mei Saruga, and Ram Kaicho are your 6 participants for this. And it is your typical gauntlet. We will be starting off, obviously, with the people who drew number 1 and number 2 in the Enduring Spirit Cup gauntlet. They will face off in leg number 1. Then, of course, person who drew number 3 will be the face off against the winner, etc., etc. We go from winner to winner until we get to the final leg. And then the lucky person who drew number 6 will be in the Enduring Spirit Cup final leg. And the winner of the final leg, of course, will be the winner of the gauntlet and earn the Enduring Spirit Cup. So we start off with leg number 1 of the Enduring Cup Spirit. The ones who drew number 1 and number 2 are Mei Saruga and Ram Kaicho. Now, good heat and decent wrestling between the both of them. It went just under 10.5 minutes. Mei Saruga gets a solid win over Ram Kaicho and gets the win, and she moves on to leg number 2. The person who drew number 3 is Rina Yamashita. Great wrestling and good heat between the both of them. It didn't last very long, just over 7.5 minutes. Mei Saruga tried what she could, but just wasn't quite enough, as she's already a little bit tired from her first match. And Rina Yamashita, even in and of herself at 100%, is extremely strong of a competitor. Splash Mountain by Rina pins Mei Saruga, and Mei Saruga is eliminated. Rina Yamashita moves on against the person who drew number 4, and that is Michiko. Superb wrestling, good heat between the both of them. Rina Yamashita looked like she was going to move on in this tough match against Michiko, and looked like she was going to hit Splash Mountain. Haruna Neko comes in and interferes, throws her off the turnbuckle. It allows Michiko to get up and hit a swanton bomb of her own, get the win over Rina Yamashita, and Rina Yamashita is eliminated, and Michiko moves on to leg number 4, as she will take on the person who drew number 5, and that is Himeka. And of course, once again, great wrestling and heat between both competitors. Once again, Haruna Neko trying to interfere on Michiko's behalf after about 13 grueling minutes between these two. And Michiko already a little bit tired. Neko trying to interfere to hopefully move her on. It wasn't enough, as she accidentally hits Michiko, and it allows her to get locked into a torture rack by Himeka, and Michiko is forced to tap out to the torture rack, and Michiko is eliminated. And that leaves Himeka going to the final leg, and obviously we know the 6 participants, so that means she will be facing off the person who drew number 6, the former Royal Spirit Champion Momo Watanabe. Superb wrestling and good heat between the both of them. Himeka really had to gut it out here. She already had a 13-minute match against Michiko and had to deal with a second member of Revelation. Then she faces the former Royal Spirit Champion, and above all else, manages to actually get the Argentine backbreaker locked in on Momo Watanabe, forces her to tap out in 15 27. And Himeka ends up getting the victory and winning the first Enduring Spirit Cup Gauntlet. And Kyoko Kimura, one of the top representatives for Idol Fight Project, coming out, presenting Himeka with the Enduring Spirit Cup. Himeka is given the microphone, thanks the crowd, and let's see here. Is it next month or is it? Yes. Okay, so it's not at the upcoming Cork and Hall show next week. There is an upcoming Cork and Hall show next week, but she will not be challenging then. She will be challenging at Summer Gate. So with that, we at least have a pretty big deal here with this, as the next big show will be happening next month, in a month from now. And we have already gotten our main event set up, as Jungle Kiona will be defending against Himeka. So Himeka, with the Enduring Spirit Cup win, has earned her title match. Spirit title. There we go. So she has already gotten herself going to Summergate, going to the main event of the big Summergate show. And that is how we end the show here. 64. Very, very solid show. My God, it was just banger after banger after banger after banger. I mean, for the size of our show, this was just a large series of bangers. 74, 73, 74. Good Lord. I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. And we made money. We made money. We made $210, but we made money. And we gained a little bit of popularity. We made money. The format works because we only have to bring like 12 people in. And we got a whole nother show after this. One more show. We'll move to this because we gotta get this here. Let's see. IdolPro. Sunshine Stage Tour in Osaka. All right, so another spot show, this time in Osaka, and we're doing that on June 24th. Hey, we're actually going to be working on a weekend. We're actually going to be doing a weekend show. Holy shit. No one ever has a freaking weekend show available. And we still are going to be missing people, but nonetheless. Ooh, we got a live stage where we're going to be missing a couple people too. I wonder if I should move that a day. I wonder if we should move it one day, because I feel like I'm probably going to use Jungle Kiona, so we'll just go ahead and let's go ahead and move that a day to Thursday. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. All right. And then this is set up already. Ooh, very cheap. We need to get as many people in as possible. All right. And I think we're good. We're ready for the next show. Oh, Yuri is now fully fit. Yep. See, there you go. She's already set. Anything here? Santana dating Nyla Rose. I'll just leave that. Trent and Darby Allin had an enormous bust up last night. Uh-oh. Jake Hager and Matt Jackson had a huge row between the two. Oh, boy. Could you imagine if it was Jake Hager and Swerve Strickland, or Jake Hager and one of the FTR guys? It would have been much better. Just the timing of it would have been great. James Storm promoted in NWA as a locker room leader. Lee Chateau dating Alexander Hammerstone. She's dating another wrestler in real life. I can't remember who. I don't think I care all that much. You're using Anna J on the rise. Is she signed? Okay. Oh, expires in 98 days. I'm probably not going to go sign her though. And she's probably going to get re-signed anyway, so. Gives me a chance to get some water. Let me see here. Fred Yehi bonds with him. Solo Darling and Cheeseburger have a friendship. LA Park MLW issues. Raven promoted in GCW as a locker room leader. Camille Rising. Nothing here. Nothing here. All right. One last little. I did technically already do my big. I already did do my anniversary Blitz show, but I'm probably not going to do it here just because we're going to hit about the 2 hours and we're already running very late. Oh, shit! And I had a couple other shows I wanted to do. The chaos has broken out. Oh no. Oh. Was he running NXT at this point in this game, or is Triple H doing that? All right, it wasn't even him, but shit. All right. Jesus. Anything? Drew McIntyre and Walter have bonded recently. All right, but yeah, nonetheless, Shawn Michaels in this game has passed away. Oh no. I don't even know what to say at this point. I don't know. Does that mess anything up for WWE? I don't think he technically had any. I don't think he wasn't doing like anything over here. I don't see like a Shawn Michaels school or something like that. I don't think he was doing anything with WWE technically in this. You know, he wasn't the booker or anything like that. He wasn't doing NXT. Who was this guy? That's crazy. That is crazy. Uh, 12,000 people for our last TV show. Imagine what NXT would look like now. What NXT would look like now after all this. We won't do the give the night off. We're gonna do is it Kansai? Yes. 176 box. 70 fans expected. Not gonna waste the money on that. Not gonna waste the money on that. Aya Sakura has turned up, requested she'd be allowed to hang out backstage. Sure, why not? Alright. Locker room's been lifted. We're all good to go. Alright, last little spot show. There we go. 3 minutes. In the ring, Angle Live Hype. And Sayuri Namba. There we go. Run down the card. Match. It's just all matches. Well, that makes sense. Three-way dance. Himawari. Marika. Lady C. $15. That might be a little bit. We'll be okay, I think. Himawari, the victor. Open match, clean win. First elimination will be Marika. There we go. That. Don't think anyone's here to do this, so there we go. Let's see. Next show, 1v1. You got Raku, Yappy. 10 minutes. Raku. Open match. Clean win. Good. Tag. 2v2. Yuri and Asahi. Yeah, Coco Harpy. Gotta take an L again. This time to a team that's not an official team. Again. Let's give it to Yuri. Yeah. Open match, clean win. There we go. Let's see. 1v1. We've got Arisu versus Ayano. Drop that in there. 14. We've got Ayano. Open match. It is a tainted win. Distraction finish on Arisu by Haraneko. There we go. Another match. Tag. JK Fallen Stars. And we've got Unagi. And we've got Ram. Throw them in there. We've got 11 minutes. I think Hina can use the victory the most. We'll have Ram take the loss. Open match. Clean win. There you go. All right. Main event. We're going to do a little bit different here. Momoko Hanazono, Miyako Matsumoto. There we go. They probably wouldn't be too thrilled about doing this match in front of about 80 people, but I think each of them tends to wrestle in front of about that much anyway, so they probably wouldn't mind too much. Momoka. Open match. Clean win. There you go. Angle. There you go. 4 minutes in the ring. Angle live. Generic. Momoka, character development. Because working the crowd is just charisma. Oh, charisma or microphone. All right, you know what? Yeah, working the crowd. That's what she's doing. So we're going to do that. Whichever's higher, so it's going to be her charisma. All right. I don't mind that. Yes. All right. 8 segments, 85 minutes. Yep, that's what I got listed here. Booking analysis is good. Save game. All right. I think we're good to go. Okay, we are here for IdolPro's Sunshine Stage Tour in Osaka. 82 people at 176 box. I think we're still moving up. I gotta look and see where we're at with that. I'm pretty sure we're still moving up. So, like I said, it's not about where we started. It's about which direction we're going. So, Siren Namba is going to open up the show, running down the card for the night. And we open up with a 3-way dance. Himawari, Marika Kobashi, Lady C. And Lady C eliminated first, and then Marika Kobashi. So Himawari getting the win in an abysmal match where Marika was kind of carrying the whole thing. But they were all kind of equally shit. But that's why they're the opener. Speaking of people who are also kind of shit, Raku and Yoshiko Hasegawa, terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. And Raku with a Kawazu drop. I need to change that. I need to change her finisher. Just under 8.5 minutes, though. Raku getting the win over Yoshiko Hasegawa. And there you go. We move on to the next match. It's mostly just a series of matches for this spot show. Yuri and Asahi taking on the Miyakoko Army once again. And terrible wrestling and non-existent crowd heat. Man. It really is. And Asahi and Yuri really did their best here. And I figured they were probably going to maybe kind of carry this, but you can only do so much. Either way, Asahi and Yuri, 9.5 minutes, get the win. Yuri submitted Chieko Ishikawa. Asako Miya once again, kind of shit. And we kind of move on from there. So good a win, at least for Yuri and Asahi. Arisu Endo versus Ayano Irie, something that I was hoping was going to be a little bit better than it was. That's fine. I think we're still going to end up with a couple of halfway decent matches. Subpar wrestling and little heat. Ayano Irie did get the win after a distraction from Haru and Neko. So Revelation getting yet another win here in 11.5 minutes. And against a bigger rising star in Arisu. And Ayano actually outperformed her, so interesting. I'll have to keep that in my back pocket, I think. Either way, Ayano getting the win. JK Fallen Stars taking on a tag team of Unagi Sayaka and Ram Kaicho. Once again, subpar wrestling and little heat. Crowd is still hot, though. At least all things considered. JK Fallen Stars do get the win in just under 9 minutes when Hina submits Ram Kaicho. And everyone just did Ram kind of helped carry this a little bit as Unagi was off her game. And JK Fallen Stars getting a win here. We get to our main event. It is Momoko Hanazono versus Miyako Matsumoto in a hardcore match. We've decided between the two opponents here. Since we are in Momoko's hometown of Osaka, she's going to be in the main event. She's taking on the leader of Miyakoko Army in a hardcore match. Decent reaction, subpar wrestling. That sounds about right for both of them. 13.5 minutes, though, for this hardcore match. And Momoko gets the win over Miyako Matsumoto. And it gets the win in the main event of the show. And they both did, pretty okay. All right. And Momoko's going to celebrate her win, thanking the crowd for coming out. Of course, she's going to be pretty much kind of a baby face here in Osaka. So, thanking the crowd and glad to be here once again in the main event of her hometown. And that is the end of the show. 37. It's good enough because we're at like a 6 or a 7. We lost $2,000. What the fuck? Where did I lose $2,000 on? It's probably because I brought in too many people who were worth money. Show cost was $1,000. The workers was a bit, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 people. I mean, we still did good because 19 people, we still averaged less than $100 a person. I think that's the thing is we had so many people, not to mention the referees and the road agents as well. I probably should have given Probably should have given one of the road agents and maybe even one of the refs the night off. Because, yeah, I mean, what, 6 matches? Yeah, we probably didn't need all of them there. But we did gain a whole point, an entire point. I'll take it. I'll take an entire point here. Bah, all right. AEW Fighter Fest. Anything good with that? Maybe. Jon Moxley retained the AEW World Title against Hangman Page. Chris Jericho defeated Cody Angelico and Darby Allin to retain the TNT title. Jacob Fatu defeated Sammy Guevara in a cage match. Private Party retained the AEW World Tag Team titles against Buddy Royal and QT Marshall. Dominic Mysterio is in AEW? I didn't even realize that. Oh, I forgot that Chad Gable's in AEW as well. And AJ Styles. Pac and AJ Styles versus Jungle Boy and Chad Gable. That's quite the row here. I forgot Ronda Rousey is there too. Daria Baronato. She beat Daria. Jesus Christ. They got some people. They got some people over here. And this one they actually did sign. They actually did sign Jonathan Gresham. They got Jordan Devlin over here working at AEW. He's not JD McDonough. Sugar Dunkerton's still here. Is he Pineapple Pete here? He is. And then one half the Grizzled Young Vets. They probably have both. All right. Anything? Martina and Zach Gibson. Sakura and Nanami have a friendship. Meiho Shizuki and Honori Hana. Rey Mysterio Sr. retires. Sheena Waters and Peter Avalon are now, what is that, now a couple? Adam Max did single. Melanie Cruz joins NWA. Martin Kirby retirement. Didn't he die in real life? I feel like, was Martin Kirby someone who died in real life? I can't remember now. All right, so next show's in 4 days with that, but we're not moving along any further because we've got our big show tonight, and that is where we're going to save it. So, all right. Big wrench thrown in for tonight's big show. Not a big fan of that. I'm going to have to change up a couple things, but that's fine. So we got the last 2 shows of the month that'll be coming up hopefully sooner than 2 months from now to get this taken care of. But yeah, we got a big live stage. We get our next in Idol Fight, our next big live stage for our second Cork and Hall show. And then of course, Anniversary Blitz 3 coming up. We at least have some good matches set up for that. We just don't have our big tag team title match. We'll have that figured out. So, and I think there's going to be some people that we're going to be cutting. Some cuts are going to be happening after this show. So for some of these people, I've already got some pre-show stuff. Some of these people, it's going to be their last big hurrah with us at the 3-year mark. And then we're going to be pretty much saying goodbye to them because 51's quite a lot of people. And we're already not utilizing a lot of our people. We've already got some people that we're not utilizing all the time. So, all right. So there we go. Do the save and we're good. So thank you guys for coming out. I greatly appreciate you guys being out here. Anyone who's here and still watching, I do appreciate that. Anyone who's watching this, on a VOD, either on Twitch or YouTube, because this part will be obviously cut out of the smaller show portion that I usually do now. So I'll have that. So appreciate it if you are watching there. Thank you, and I will see you guys next time.